Hey friends, it's Sarah from All Manner of Inspiration. As you can see by the title, I'm doing a tag video today. I haven't done one for quite a while. I'll make a little playlist of the tag videos that I have done thus far and put them up in the corner there for you. And it's kind of funny because I have been trying to be more succinct and do quicker videos. And then what tag do I decide to do? A 99 question tag. I found this tag on Marni Goldberg's channel. Marni made this video in 2013, so it's 3 years old. It's a whole bunch of questions. I'm just gonna go rapid fire and answer them as quickly as I can. And hopefully through that process, you guys will have a good time watching this video and learn a little bit more about me. So snuggle in, get some coffee or tea, and let's hang out for a little bit. All right, question 1. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? The answer is closed. The light automatically goes on when you open the door, so we have to keep the closet door closed. Question 2, do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? It really depends. It depends on where I am and what products are there. I'm now really trying to be careful about what chemicals that I put on my body, and so a lot of those shampoos and conditioners are a little bit cheaper and have parabens and things in them, so I don't take them anymore. But if I think it's a good quality product, I'll take it and I'll put it in our guest bathroom so that people that are staying with us can enjoy them. Question 3, do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I hate having sheets tucked in. I feel trapped, I get warm, can't stand it. Always have them out. Question 4, have you ever stolen a street sign before? No, I'm boring like that. Question 5, do you like to use Post-it notes? I do, to keep things organized, but it just depends on what project I'm working on. Question 6, do you cut out coupons but then never use them? Unfortunately, yes, although I don't cut them anymore. I get the Bed Bath & Beyond coupons in the mail, and then I always try to keep them with me, but inevitably, when I go into the store, I forget the coupon and have to run back out and get it. Anyone else? Question 7, would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? That sounds awful, neither one. Question 8, do you have freckles? I don't think I do anymore, but I swear that I had them when I was young, when I was in like my teens. I remember having just a little smattering of them on my nose, but now I do not. Do you always smile for pictures? Yes, I try to, or I'll make a goofy face if we're just having fun and taking candid pictures. What is your biggest pet peeve? Question 10. I would say ignorance and manipulative people. Probably both of those. Can't really choose between them. Question 11. Do you ever count your steps when you walk? No. But I will often use the iPhone app that tells you how many steps you've walked, and or I used to have a Fitbit. It's an older model now, and I always forget to put it in my purse. So I used to count steps with that. Probably should more often. 12, have you ever peed in the woods? Yes. Anyone who's gone camping, you probably have. And I have when I was camping. Question 13, what about pooped in the woods? Oh, I don't like talking about that, but yes, I have, because I have gone camping. Question 14, do you ever dance even if there is no music playing? Sometimes when I'm learning choreography in a show, yeah, for sure. But in general, I need to have music, but I love to dance, so yes. Question 15, do you chew your pens and pencils? No, not at all. Question 16, how many people have you slept with this week? One person, my husband. Question 17, what size is your bed? Well, I actually have my bed here behind me, and my original intent for this video was to set it up so I'm sitting right in front of my bed. I made it all up pretty, put all the throw pillows on to make it look nice, and then the light went a little crazy. Long-winded answer to say my bed is a king-size bed. We got that this year. I've never had a king-size bed. I've had a full or a queen most of my life, and I love it, but I'm sorry you can't see it in this video, so maybe the next chatty video. Question 18, what is your song of the week? This week, I have been singing multiple songs in the musical Camelot because it is our final weekend of performances. Almost every single night when I leave the theater, one of the songs from Camelot is going through my head. I can't think of a specific one right now, but I'll get back to you if I can think of one. 19, is it okay for guys to wear pink? Absolutely. My guy does not love it, but I love seeing him in like salmon colors, but I've tried to get a pink shirt for him and he just doesn't really love it. So respect that, but I like it when guys wear pink. Question 20, do you still watch cartoons? No, I really don't. And honestly, I didn't watch them a lot when I was a kid, so I'm pretty sure if I have a child in my future, that'll be a nice awakening to that whole world because I don't watch them. Question 21, what is your least favorite movie? I really don't know the answer to that. In general, if I don't like the movie, I'm not gonna watch it. Very rarely do I watch movies that I end up not liking because I'm pretty good about saying, yeah, I don't think I'd like that one. So honestly, I can't think of one right now. 22, where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? Well, I'm sure lots of people answer this question this way, but if I had some buried treasure, it's gonna stay a secret, and I'm probably not gonna tell anybody on YouTube. Question 23, what do you drink with dinner? I usually always have water. My husband and I drink water every night with our dinner, and every once in a while I have kombucha as a treat, or we'll have a little glass of wine with our dinner, but that's rare. Usually it's always ice water. Question 24, what do you dip a chicken nugget in? Well, I am not eating chicken nuggets currently, although I do enjoy a good chicken nugget, and I have to say my favorite ones are from Chick-fil-A. Bonus answer there. But I really like the Chick-fil-A sauce when I get chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A. That would be my favorite dipping sauce, but it's totally bad for you, and so I'm really trying not to have it. Question 25, what is your favorite food? I honestly have tons of favorite foods, but I would say two favorites are pizza and a really good salad. Question 26, what movies could you watch over and over and still love? Oh my goodness, there are so many. I would say When Harry Met Sally, Julie and Julia. Those are the two that pop in my head, but there are actually lots of other movies, and they're not all chick flicks. Those were just the two movies that came to mind, and they honestly came to mind because of the actors in them. I love Meryl Streep. She is my favorite movie actress, and I absolutely love old Meg Ryan movies. Question 27, last person you kissed or kissed you? That would be my husband. Question 28, were you ever a Boy Scout? No. A Girl Scout? No. But I was a Bluebird. You know, I guess if you were a Brownie, you became a Girl Scout, and I did Bluebirds. It was like the younger version of that. I don't know, anyone else heard of that? Question 29, would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? No. And let's be real, is anyone gonna wanna see that right now? No, but no. Even if I had a really amazing body and people were asking me to do that, I would not. Question 30, when was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? I used to write letters all the time, and I need to get back into it, but most recently it would be thank you letters or, you know, show cards that I would write to people. So I wrote a couple of cards out to my friends in the musical Camelot when I gave them a congratulation, break a leg, opening night show gift. Question 31, can you change the oil on a car? No, I cannot. But I know who to call to do that, and I can find them pretty quickly. Question 32, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Unfortunately, yes. Question 33, ever ran out of gas? I don't think so. I've gotten pretty close. Question 34, favorite kind of sandwich? Gosh, I like all kinds of sandwiches. I don't think I really have a favorite. Question 35, best thing to eat for breakfast? I would say one of my favorite breakfasts that I make is scrambled eggs with goat cheese. I love that. Question 36, what is your usual bedtime? I'm kind of a night owl, and so it really depends on the schedule I'm doing, whether I'm doing a show. I usually don't go to bed before 10:30 or 11. I know that's terrible. When I'm not doing a show, I try to go to bed earlier. Question 37, are you lazy? Yes, I am. I hate to admit it, but it's true. Question 38, when you were a kid, what did you dress up for in Halloween? I'm sure I did a lot of different typical costumes, like a princess or, you know, a costume we would buy at the store. But honestly, I am not someone who loves dressing up for Halloween, and I know that sounds really lame, but I think it's because I've been a performer for so many years and I'm so used to wearing a costume as part of my job. I'm sure I did lots of typical kid costumes, but none of them really stand out to me. Question 39, what is your Chinese astrological sign? I only know this because I spent some time living in China when I was on a tour with a musical, and I am born in the year of the tiger. Question 40, how many languages can you speak? Unfortunately, just one. I hate that. I wish I was fluent in others. I speak a little Spanish. I understand and speak a little bit of Italian, but not very much, but mostly English. I should change that. Question 41, do you have any magazine subscriptions? No, but my husband has a subscription to Entertainment Weekly, so sometimes I read his. Question 42, which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? I honestly don't remember what Lincoln Logs are, so I'll say Legos. Question 43, are you stubborn? Absolutely yes. Question 44, who is better, Leno or Letterman? Well, you can tell this was done in 2013 because unfortunately David Letterman and Jay Leno are not on TV anymore, but I was a diehard Letterman fan. I love David Letterman. Question 45, did you ever watch soap operas? I don't watch them, and I didn't for most of my life, but there was a tiny little time in college that one of my friends got me hooked on Days of Our Lives one summer. She told me about it and I laughed at her and I said, that's so funny, I'm never gonna watch that. And then a couple days later I was hooked. So I watched it for a very short amount of time, but then I stopped watching it and I don't watch them anymore. Question 46, are you afraid of heights? Not really, unless it's really, really, really crazy high. Question 47, do you sing in the car? Absolutely, of course. Question 48, do you sing in the shower? Absolutely, yes. And it's an awesome place to do a vocal warm-up before a show. I can tell you that. The acoustics in the shower, pretty awesome. You always feel like your voice feels bigger and fuller than it probably is in real life. Question 49, do you dance in the car? Yeah, absolutely. Good music's on. Question 50, ever used a gun? Yeah, I have to say that I have shot a gun before, but it was not my favorite thing. I didn't like it. Question 51, last time you got a portrait taken by a photographer? I actually got some updated headshots in, I want to say March or April, from a friend of mine who is a photographer, and it was awesome. Question 52, do you think musicals are cheesy? Absolutely not. My profession is being a musical theater performer. So there you go. There are some cheesy musicals out there though, for sure. And there's some cheesy musicals that I don't really love that a lot of people do. But in general, I don't think they are cheesy at all. Question 53, is Christmas stressful? I don't think it is. It used to be a stressful time for me because after I had lost people in my family, grief really came about during Christmas. It was just a hard time. But as I've gotten older and my circumstances have changed, it is a really wonderful celebratory time for me. So I very purposely and intentionally don't let myself get stressed at Christmas because I want to remember that Jesus is the reason for the season and I want to enjoy time with my loved ones, and it is not worth getting stressed about. It is a time to savor and love. Question 54, ever eat a pierogi? I'm sure I have, but I can't remember when. It's been a while, probably a lot of years, but yes, I have. Question 55, favorite type of fruit pie? Cherry pie. Blueberry is a close second, but I love cherry pie. 56, occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid. Oh my word, it was so interesting. I really wanted to be a librarian for a long time, which makes sense because I love books. And I think the only other one I wanted to be besides a performer was a marine biologist. But unfortunately, my science brain was not enough for that profession. Wanted to be a marine biologist and work with whales and dolphins. Question 57, do you believe in ghosts? Yeah, I think I do. Question 58, ever have a deja vu feeling? Yes, I do, a lot. And one of my friends told me this once and I just thought it was a sweet, lovely saying. When you feel deja vu, it usually means you're in the right place at the right time. And I like that. Question 59, take a vitamin daily? Absolutely. Question 60, wear slippers? Hardly ever unless it's really, really cold. 61, wear a bathrobe? I really wish I did, but they're honestly too warm for me. I very rarely do. If I lived in a very cold climate, I probably would. Question 62, what do you wear to bed? I usually just need to be cool and comfortable, so things that are really loose. I don't like wearing flannel pajamas or anything like that, so I usually wear like a pair of shorts or a soft pair of pajama pants and a tank top. 63, first concert. I think my first concert was the Beach Boys. Question 64, Walmart, Target, or Kmart? Definitely Target all the way. 65, Nike or Adidas? Actually neither for me. I like New Balance with my tennis shoes. 66, Cheetos or Fritos? I don't eat either one of them anymore. 67, peanuts or sunflower seeds? Kind of not either one, but if I had to choose between the two, sunflower seeds. 68, ever heard of the group Très Bien? No, I haven't, not so much. 69, ever take dance lessons? Absolutely. Took them a lot and I still try to take tap class when I can. Question 70, is there a profession you picture your future spouse doing? Well, no, because I am married and I think it's amazing what he does, but I just choose not to share it on YouTube for privacy reasons, but he's pretty awesome and very, very smart. I never imagined that my husband would have this profession. I always thought I'd marry another actor, another musician, and then I realized that was a bad idea. And so my husband is not in the arts at all in that way for his profession. Sorry to give you a vague answer, but that's what I got. Okay, question 71, can you curl your tongue? Yes. Question 72, have you ever won a spelling bee? I actually did. I won my elementary school spelling bee and then I went to the regional and the state spelling bee, which I eventually got eliminated from, which was heartbreaking because I had dreams of winning. I've always been a very good speller and the word that stumped me, in case you're wondering, was brouhaha. And yes, I will know how to spell that word for the rest of my life. Question 73, have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes, I have, although I usually just cry when I'm sad or if I'm mad. 74, own any record albums? Yes, I do own a couple. 75, own a record player? No, but I would really like to get one. 76, regularly burn incense? No, not at all. Never really did. Didn't like the scent of it, but you guys know about my channel. I love using my essential oils, so don't use incense, but I use essential oils. Question 77, ever been in love? Absolutely. I'm married to my soulmate right now, so yes, I have been in love, and I am still in love. Question 78, who would you like to see in concert? Oh my gosh, so many people. I would love to see Coldplay in concert. I would love to see U2 again in concert. Sting again, he is my favorite pop artist. So many people, but those are the artists that come to mind right away. 79, what was the last concert you saw? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think. So I go see musicals a lot, and I don't really know that that's the same thing as a concert. I've gone to operas. I think my last concert might have been when Sting came to my city, and it was amazing, but it was a couple years ago, so I need to get on that. Go see something else. Question 80, hot tea or cold tea? Depends on the weather. I like them both, but I probably gravitate more to cold tea. 81, tea or coffee? Ooh, I used to only just drink tea, but now I drink both. 82, sugar or snickerdoodles? Well, I love sugar. I hate that I love it, and I'm trying to break my body of it. I'm assuming that means like a sugary candy or something. I would probably choose sugar over snickerdoodles. Question 83, can you swim well? Yes, I can. Question 84, can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Yes, I can. Question 85, are you patient? No, I wish I was. I'm trying to be. My husband's amazingly patient, so I'm trying to see if he can rub off on me. Question 86, DJ or band at a wedding? You know, I would like both because it really depends. We had a DJ and I loved the music they played, but if we had had the budget to have a band, that would have been really, really cool. I would have loved to have had a big band. Question 87, have you ever won a contest? Yes, I have. Question 88, ever had plastic surgery? Absolutely not. Question 89, which are better, black or green olives? Green olives all the way. I only like black Kalamata olives, but I like green olives much better. Question 90, can you knit or crochet? Yes, I do crochet well, and I do know how to knit because my grandmother taught me, but I'm not very good at it. So if I'm gonna do one of those two things, I'll crochet. I love to crochet scarves and blankets. Best room for a fireplace? I would say your living room. Question 92, do you want to get married? Why, yes, I did. And I'm thrilled that I am married now to the love of my life. Question 93, if you are married, how long have you been married? I've been married for 5.5 years. Question 94, who was your high school crush? Oh my word. I'm sure I had a handful of them. Yes, I am picturing my high school crush right now as I speak. Question 95, do you cry and throw a fit until you get your own way? Gosh, I hope not. I can't say that I probably didn't do that at some point in my life when I was a little baby. I would hope that I would not do that. So no, I do not. 96, do you have kids? No. 97, do you want kids? Yes, very much so. Question 98, what's your favorite color? Cobalt blue. And drum roll, question 99, do you miss anyone right now? Absolutely. I miss my mom every single day. I don't live near most of my family, and a lot of my really good friends live in other states. I think of my friends and my family and love them and miss them often. All right, well, so much for a short video, guys. I'm looking at that time clock and woo, sorry about that. That's as fast as I could go through those questions. 99 questions, yay. So guys, I forgot to tell you this really quickly. I feel like if you want to do a tag video on YouTube, consider yourself tagged. I do not think you need to have someone write your name out in a comment box for you to be able to do a tag video, because they're just fun and lighthearted and delightful. Just for kicks and giggles, let me tag some people. Elizabeth Medero, I don't know if you like to still do tag videos anymore, but I would love to tag you. rOILarts, my friends Bree and Darren. Bree and Darren, you need to get back into the YouTube game here, so consider yourself tagged. All my friends that I've been chatting with in the comments below, I don't know if all of you do videos per se or if you just watch videos, so if you are interested in making a tag video, consider yourself tagged. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll be back at you soon with another video.